Everyone has been following me around lately, and a lot of work has been held up. I'm leaving. Now please, carry on with your work.
Mr. Gao, please excuse us. We have been remiss in according you a proper reception.
Excuse you for what? Is there anything to excuse? I've already said everything that should be said. Many of these issues are not unique to Wanzi County. Not even to the old prefecture of Wang Yuan. They are national in nature. So take your time and resolve them one by one. Xiao Tian, you mustn't be afraid, all right? Because I'm telling you, your burden will get heavier in the future.
Yes, sir. Hearing Mr. Gao's words at that moment made Tian Fuzhang feel at ease, and all of a sudden, he began to feel guilty. It was only him who understood that the burden that he carried deep in his heart was even heavier than the burden that now weighed upon his shoulders. For he did not know what he would have to face next, and he had no clue how long he had to soldier on alone. But he did know that when the time comes for him to face the other leading cadres and the people of Wanzi County, he would have to prepare himself for the worst.
I think you're right. Yes, I have a strong feeling that this trouble was contrived. I was leading the way in the first vehicle when Mr. Gao got off, because his car detoured. The empty car led us around on a wild goose chase in the hills. We should ask Fuzhang about this.
All right.
He was in the car with Mr. Gao.
Yes, I was in the car with Mr. Gao. But then, he said he wished to visit Mr. Li and Mr. Ji. This was not within the scope of my authority. So I said I couldn't go with him. But Mr. Gao said he would go to the provincial committee and report me.
Before Mr. Gao left, he said that the failure to implement land contracting at Chuangshui village will be dealt with later. What would you be charged for?
A serious mistake has already been made. I will hold a review tomorrow with our superiors. They will decide on what to do with us. Hey, Fuzhang. About that, Sen Xiaowan, how did he turn up in Mr. Gao's car?
I'm not really sure. I will file a report as soon as I find out.
You've changed. Fuzhang, you've changed.
I have changed. But I still have my party spirit and my principles.
You have become sly. You tricked us without turning a hair. I'm impressed.
On the road yesterday, Mr. Gao kept saying something. I can't forget it. Mr. Gao said that during the war, we played games with the enemy. But now, we are playing games with our own people.
Ooh.
Hot?
Yes. It's fine. This is the first time you've washed my feet for me.
Why, are you complaining? How can I let you wash your own feet with your bulging tummy? You used to wash mine every day, so now it's my turn to wash yours. I've gotten so used to having my dirty feet washed that now I've developed the habit of washing my feet and face before I go to bed. Now if I don't wash them, it's hard for me to sleep even when I'm already lying under the covers.
But it's still daytime right now. Why wash my feet then?
It's cloudy and rainy outside. Warming your feet is good for the baby too.
Do you have something on your mind, Xiaowan?
What?
I often see you at night walking alone outside.
Just wandering aimlessly.
I'm not washing if you don't tell.
You're so stubborn. All right, then. I was just thinking that, in the last couple of years, this nation appears to have woken up. It's time I woke up too. I feel like I should do something to contribute.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that we should put those 2 mountains to good use.
What are you asking me to look at?
Take a good look over there.
At what? I don't see anything remarkable.
Look at it carefully. The more you look, the better it gets.
Well, the mountains think you look good too.
No, what I'm looking at is neither Mount Miaoping nor Mount Immortal. I'm looking at an earth dam!
An earth dam? I don't see an earth dam.
Not yet, Uncle Futang. Listen, if we could just get some dynamite and blast half of one side each of Mount Miaoping and Mount Immortal, maybe we could build a large dam over there and change this 5-mile-long Kuya River into a granary for the community. What do you think about that?
You want to blast the mountains?
Yes, half of each side.
Well now, what you're thinking of doing to the mountains is scaring me to death.
So, Uncle, do you approve or...?
I don't approve.
How can you not approve of this? Uncle Futang, if you blast the sides of these 2 mountains, this would easily become the largest earth dam in Shigashe. In less than 2 years, Kuya River will merge and level out into the plain for sure. I'm telling you, by that time, rice and grain from our Shuangshui village will double. Our output will surpass our usual yield.
Yes, and that output will be far greater than that from the Yangtze and Yellow Rivers.
Uncle Futang, you're truly a sensible man. So what do you think of my idea? Do you approve or not?
What do you think?
You're being sarcastic.
So, you can tell.
What's the matter, Uncle Futang? You used to do things people wouldn't dare and took risks as well. What's stopping you now?
How do I say this? Let's see, the way you privately distributed land for pig feed? Or the unauthorized private contracting you did? Well, have you forgotten already? You were criticized by the commune for the first one. The second time, you were arrested and brought to the village. You were nearly thrown in jail, and you still haven't learned your lesson up to now. Am I right? What's more, what's the point of getting so much land? The enthusiasm among commune members is low. They just want to get by and earn work points.
You really have no idea, do you, Uncle Futang? Before the Spring Festival arrives, the production task system will be applied.
I don't think so.
If not, wouldn't overthrowing the Gang of Four have been in vain?
Who do you think you are? The national chairman?
Maybe not. But I'm a citizen of the country.
Oh. It's good that you remember that you're just a citizen.
But you're a cadre of the county. Uncle! Where are you off to in such a hurry? This thing about blasting the mountains...
That's enough. Stop thinking about blasting the mountain.
I'm too excited about it that I just can't think of anything else.
Do you still have a place for Runya in your heart?
Runya? I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about the mountain.
You have settled down with a good wife now, and she is with child. My Runya is also married now, but she behaves as if she isn't. And it's all your fault.
What's wrong with Runya, Uncle?
Do you think that you could just counsel her a bit?
Counsel her for what? And in any case, Uncle, I'd do more harm if I go see her.
Well, Shang-Chen is a good husband. He is capable of giving my Runya a good life.
Some time after Juinbin passed away, Sen Yutang arranged for Wang Sayi to tend the date orchard, a good means of living that was the envy of every villager. Gradually, through her actions, Wang Sayi began to capture his heart. At first, he was completely unaware of Sayi's intentions towards him until the day of the date harvest last year. When Sayi secretly pinched his hand, it was only then that he completely understood what she wanted of him. Of course, he succumbed to her wiles immediately. He began acting like a man bewitched and tossing all caution to the wind. He often came to this cave dwelling to seek warmth and caresses. Very soon, Kai Yi and San Yutang's intimate relationship became an open secret in the community.
Hey, Uncle Futang! I went to see you at home, but you weren't there, and I knew you wouldn't be working in the field, so I'd figure I'd find you here.
How did you know I'd be here?
Remember what I mentioned to you the other day? About blasting the mountains. I know you understand. Uncle, all these years we've gone all out to build ourselves a better life, but doing that got us nowhere. I don't want to go on like this anymore, barely getting by. This is not the life I want for my family. I don't want to be poor for the rest of our lives. Our country's starting to change. Shouldn't we, by our own efforts, change too? We are all living in a socialist commune, aren't we? Shouldn't the members of the commune do what a commune member ought to?
Shawan, listen. Blasting Mount Miaoping is possible, because no one lives there anyway. But over at Mount Immortal, the people of the Jin family are living there, right? And you'll need a lot of dynamite to blast the mountains. Around 12 tons, maybe more. 12 tons of dynamite would wipe out the Jin family, both dead and alive.
Yes, but Uncle, before we blast the mountains, the Jins will be given time to move out.
Easier said than done. Moving out. Jin Guangliang and the others shouldn't be a problem. He's labeled a landowner, so he wouldn't dare comment. Jin Chuanwu and his 2 brothers might give us trouble, though. What then?
I've thought about this carefully. The brothers take their cue from Chuanwu because he's the eldest one. Yuan won't make decisions on their behalf. Bin's widow Wang Saye can't take charge either because she's a woman. And even if Bin were alive, he would still have to listen to Chuanwu.
That's right. Chunwu is the key.
Yes, of course.
He's going to be troublesome. Chunwu is the leader of Team 2. This means that you, the leader of Team 1, wants to blast the leader of Team 2.
I know that. So, Uncle, how about you help me talk to them?
You want me to help you? I don't think my presence will help you with this one.
So you haven't heard then?
About what?
You really don't know?
What is it?
Uncle Juingshan said that if you don't take the lead on this project, he's going to take charge.
Jinjin Shan?
Well, yes, his deputy branch secretary. Director Shi also said that if Uncle Juingshan does a good job, he could take over your branch secretary post.
Are you sure Director Zhu said that?
Yes, Uncle, he said that.
Shawan,
Yes?
I must pass the baton to you now. Head the project if you want, and remove the boulders in your path.
But I think it's better if you were to take the lead on this, or the branch secretary.
Forget it. I'm getting old. I can't do it anymore. I'm afraid I can't undertake a massive thing like this. Now then, if Jinjin Shan wants to take over my post, I can't stop him. But I would rather hand the reins over to you than give it to Jinjin Shan.
But I'm not a party member yet.
So, how do you intend to do it?
I think that it would be better if you first headed a meeting among the cadres. Once the cadres are unified, the villagers will be easier to handle. Villages take the cue from other villages' commune members of brigade cadres. But I'm not a cadre, you know.
Shawan, I'm going to support you this time, but in secret.
In
Right.
secret?
But then, after I've done this for you, you must do something for me.
Just tell me what it is. I'll do anything you ask of me.
I want you to help me talk to my Runya and tell her to be content with her life with Shanshan. Can you do that for me?
Yes, of course. Chuanwu, your face is as red as a rooster's crown, and all you do is sit there and smoke. Everyone says that I'm a capable person in Shuangshui village. You're the leader of Team 2 and a strongman of our village. So what do you think?
You want to know what I think? I think this project is too small.
What? Did you say it's too small?
The Emulate Dajai program should be done on a grand scale. We might as well blast the mountains on both sides of Jinjiawat and Tanjagdalao, then Namdongla River, and then turn the many miles of the river channel into a plain. Then the grain of Shuangshui village will not only surpass that of the Yangtze, but the entire Chigajie commune. After that, we should promote our experience and blast all the mountains in the northern Jiangxi and flatten the entire northern Jiangxi into a plain. That should benefit the revolution, right? That's what I think.
Trenwu, what you said was a joke, right?
I wouldn't dare joke about the ancestral home of our ancestors.
Fortunately, the intended place for the dam won't damage the location of the Qin family ancestral grave.
Uncle Tian.
I'm just saying that it won't.
Trenwu, listen to me. Once the mountains are blasted and the dam is built, everyone will benefit for sure.
That's right. Everyone will benefit.
Eat 100 dates and spit 1 pit. What makes you think anyone is going to benefit from this? Shawan, you're not even close.
Uncle Junshan, what do you mean by that? Are you saying that you're against the project?
Well, of course I am. It's a major project, yet you don't even have approval from the superiors nor from Trenwu. So what, are you showing off? Huh?
What? Now what makes you think that I'm just showing off?
Shawan, my boy, look. Don't forget we're part of an organization.
Yes, that's why we always have meetings first, and this is exactly why Uncle Futang organized this meeting. Right, Uncle Futang?
Futang! You, a branch secretary, watching this younger guy making mischief, and you don't care?
Uncle Futang.
Well, yes. The Emulating Dajai program is a major issue.
That's right. A major issue.
You... is this how you clarify your position?
If there's nothing more, I'm leaving.
Hey, Chinwu!
I see now. Getting old, getting old.
Uncle Junshan, don't go, please.
I'm getting old!
Oh, well. You know when Junshan said getting old, he wasn't talking about himself. He was really criticizing me. He's saying that I'm getting too old and should step down. But I can't step down as branch secretary at a time like this.
Right, you can't.
So, Shawan, you will have to work harder.
I'm going after Trenwu. I'll try to talk to him again.
Why don't you go to the commune first? Things will be easier once you have the trust of the superiors.
The relocation can only exceed if Trenwu agrees to the project. I don't want to use the authorities. This is a good thing after all, Uncle Futan. This is a really good thing that will benefit everyone. Trenwu will agree.
Well now, everyone knows what kind of man Junbu is. Do you really think he would be willing to let you flatten his family's ancestral grave to help you show off your abilities, Shawan?
How's this Shawan showing off, Secretary?
You be quiet.
What are you doing, Uncle Utian?
Shawan, come over here. Hurry, help me out. As discussed at our recent meeting, I'm going to sell 10 tons of our team's grain reserves and exchange them for dynamite to blast the mountains and build a dam.
Who gave you permission to do that?
The team.
The superiors have yet to give approval. Nothing's been decided, so take it easy.
How? I can't help it. Hey, listen to me. It was in the August 7th issue of the People's Daily. It says that large-scale farmland infrastructure construction should be carried out everywhere expeditiously. Shawan, thank the party. This time around, you and the Communist Party are of one mind. The organization will approve. Now wait just a minute. Listen to me. The whole county is emulating Dajai. Our Shuangshui village can't continue to do things on a small scale like we used to. This winter next spring, we must grab the spotlight in large-scale farmland infrastructure construction. By then, we'll not just impress Wanxi County, but also the whole of Wangyuan Prefecture.
But Trenwu has yet to agree with us on this project. I still need to talk to him again.
Then we'll use the name of the revolution to enforce it. Even if he's against it, he won't be able to do anything to stop it.
Whatever the case may be, we still have to live in Shuangshui village. Whether it's the Sens or the Tians, whether it's this generation or the next, we still have to coexist with the Tins. Oh, just forget it.
Listen, Shawan. Will you put it down first? Wait a minute, Shawan. Listen to me. Let's outflank them. We'll leave Qin Tuen Wu's family alone for now, so we can work on the other families first, and break them down. Because as long as all the other families agree, can he, Qin Tuen Wu, a Communist Party member, and leader of Team 2, oppose the project?
It won't work.
It will. It's a good plan. We'll start talking to the Qin Guangyang brothers. Just notify them that they have to move. I don't think they would even dare fart in protest. They will obey. They will be ready to relocate on the exact date you give them. And as for the family of Qin Tuen Wu himself, I can take care of them by working on site. I'll make sure she sees it our way. I'm sure she'll agree, and once she does, that's like reaching Qin Chen Wu's family.
You're saying you're going to work on Sai?
Yes.
In bed, you mean? Your affair with Sai is slanderous gossip around the village, don't you know that? Behind our backs, the whole village is gossiping about it as if it's everyone's business. Don't you know that?
What are you talking about? What? Gossiping?
Yuan-chan. Oh, Deputy Director Shi.
It's late. What is it? Why are you here at the commune? Looks like I can't leave the office yet.
Deputy Director, I have a complaint.
A complaint?
Yes.
Come inside. Let's talk in there. Come on.
Are they gossiping about us?
Unrelentingly.
Does your father know as well?
What do you think? He doesn't.
Don't let him hear about this. I'm sure you realize that I've only been doing my job. Why don't you say anything? Don't tell me you don't trust your own uncle.
What people say is their business, but you're the one who charts your course. So what have you done to make them gossip? Spare a thought for my aunt, my father, and our whole family.
Other than your Aunt Feng Yin, I've never been on intimate terms with another woman. I'm committed to carrying out the revolution. Wholeheartedly. I've never committed adultery.
Where are you going?
To seek out Sai.
Are you mad? Have you forgotten what I just said?
No, I haven't. I'll seek out Sai. Go to the commune, seek out the leaders, or seek out Qin Tuen Wu. I don't care. Let's act separately. We're doing serious stuff for the revolution. I can't be bothered with this.
It's already dark. You shouldn't go out.
Night or day, what difference does it make? People can say what they want about me. I don't care anymore.
You mean they intend to blast Mount Immortal and Mount Miaoping as well?
Yes. Look, Sun Shaowan has already drawn a map for the project. He seems to have a low opinion of the leaders at the top.
Yuan-chan.
Yes?
Your complaint came just right in time.
This Qian Futang is simply ridiculous. Without approval of a higher party, he just allows a young man to do as he pleases unchecked.
This is something major, and a good thing. We can have this project published in the papers. It's better than a construction assembly.
What?
Yuan-chan, the whole county is emulating Dazhai in agriculture.
Yes.
We can emulate Dazhai by simply imitating them, and all the actions they have done for themselves. It's like picking up the scraps left behind by bold risk-takers. If we are to emulate Dazhai, we should adopt their spirit and learn their resolve so we can shake things up. If this project is successful, our Shigesha commune will become an advanced model here in Wanxi County, maybe even in the whole Wangyuan prefecture. I, Shu Shigo, am 100% behind this.
I thought that you would be against this project for sure.
Why would I be against a good project? All these long years, the peasants have endured much hardship and are often empty-handed at the end of the year. It's no wonder then that there is almost no enthusiasm among the masses, and it makes me feel bad. They say I'm left-wing, but you people, you don't know the amount of effort I put into my work.
Oh, no, I understand. I do feel bad about that as well.
This is a really good project, but it's a pity that Sun Shaowan is the one who is in charge of it. Listen, you do it. You should take over. Sun Shaoan is too young. Make sure nothing happens. Tian Futang is in bad health, and he's getting old. You should pick up the burden of branch secretary.
I understand now. I will definitely do a good job, sir.
If something should suddenly happen to Sun Shaoan, this thing will be easier to handle.
With a village as big as this, it's quite possible for anything to happen.
This affair between Tian Wutiang and Wan Sai is being talked about all over town. Ah, even I, a leader in this commune, have heard about it.
Chuanwu! The team has decided to create new cave dwellings for your family, north of Xinjiawan. Hey, what's wrong?
Do you think that those new cave dwellings will be stronger than the old ones my father made for our family?
Zhenwu, of course they won't be the same. Those are your ancestral property, the blood and sweat of your ancestors.
Since you know everything, there's nothing to say. I can't do my late father and brother a disservice.
Zhenwu, I understand. I know you're a filial son. I know how much good your late father has done for us and the neighboring villages. Mention Mr. Tsin Sr. and the eyes of every elderly person along the Dongla River will brim with tears. When children from poor families in the village couldn't afford to go to school, Mr. Tsin Sr. put up a school without taking a cent and taught the children in the village to read and write. I know that. But now, Chuanwu, look at this wretched life we have been leading. Every year we say we'll fight poverty, but we're still poor even after all our struggles. Now an opportunity has arisen. An opportunity for the people in the village. I'm very certain that Mr. Tsin Senior's soul in heaven will support us in this.
Shaoan, you're good. You don't just argue, but you also use my father to convince me.
Zhenwu, come on, you have to agree.
Well, I can't take this risk. Our family has had misfortune. Chunbin has lost his life for the team, and now even our cave dwellings are to be destroyed. I would be decimating my home and family.
What will make you change your mind, Zhenwu?
If the sun rises from the west tomorrow, I'll agree to it.
Then I'll wait here until the sun rises from the west!
Shoya! Oh, you're all here.
What's going on here? Why is everybody crowding into this little cave house?
We're here to keep you company. Shaoan and Jinzhuan's Jinjun who are locked in a battle. And you know what? He's going to wait for the sun to rise from the west. He won't be home tonight. He's afraid you might go, so he told us to take care of you.
Also, we don't have people who wait for the sun to rise from the west in our village anymore.
Yes, that's correct. And besides, I have never heard of a revolution that has ever sailed smoothly. How's the sun going to rise from the west?
It's got nothing to do with the sun rising from the west. It's something else with Qin Chuanwu. If Chuanwu does not agree with blasting the mountain, then Shaoan will stay there every day until the sun rises from the west, and that won't do.
Well, he has a point.
Hey, Shulian, you're still pregnant, so don't you dare go looking for him and cause him more trouble.
I didn't say I was going.
Hey, this blanket here seems to be all tied up very neatly. So is it for Shaoan? Oh, this isn't big enough. Get your uncle to do it. Hey, wait. Where is that fool anyway?
I'll just bring the blanket to Shaoan.
Just stay put. My son will be able to see the sun rise from the west. Right now, that sun is Xin Chuanwu.
You sat here waiting all night? Did the sun rise from the west?
The sun may not have risen from the west, but you came out. I knew you wouldn't leave. You were here all along, right?
You knew that I was here?
Of course, I waited here the entire night. Just waiting for you to come back.
I'm curious. Why not get permission from the commune to blast the mountains? Once the superiors approve, you will have authority and backing. You can convene an assembly. After that, who would have reason to oppose the campaign? Opposing it is like opposing Dajai. Who would dare do that? Who would miss a chance to emulate Dajai? So I don't understand why you think you need my approval.
Oh, come on, Chuan Wu. Look, we've known each other for a very long time. It's not like you don't know the kind of person I am by now. Am I the kind of person who would simply obtain authority without your consent? Would I blast your family's ancestral grave? You think that I would do that?
That all seems very nice. As if the superiors would approve of it for sure. I agree with this project, even if it looks like I oppose it. I can't leave my ancestors' descendants suffering down here. Honorable ancestors, it is I, Jinjun Wu. I bow to you. I now bow to your grave here. Shawan, you must hurry to the commune. Tell the superiors. Go tell them now.
Director Bai Ming Chua already granted approval.
What?
Chuan Wu, you didn't do Mr. Tsin Sr. a disservice. I'm quite sure that the old Mr. Tsin, bless his soul, knows that we're doing something good with this. The sun has risen.
Now, as far as blasting the mountains is concerned, it is only Tsin Junshan among the Tsin family who is yet to be convinced. Shawan had long known that Tsin Junshan was not willing to submit to him, and often sought to create trouble for him in an indirect manner. But the gravity of this situation was much greater this time. To gain the consent of Tsin Junshan, Shawan would have to come up with a more ingenious idea.
Oh, Putang.
Oh,
Where's Shawan?
I'm right here!
Shawan,
What?
why have you called us to this meeting so early in the morning? Huh? I noticed you've been really busy recently, busier than national leaders. You should be working for the government.
Knock it off, you're too kind. Uncle, I was wondering if you could explain something to me. Why is it that one mu of our land can only really yield 100 plus kilograms of grain?
One mu of land cannot yield 200 kilograms of grain. You need intensive cultivation and improve the variety of crops.
And how do you improve the variety?
Oh, it's like breeding sheep, you know. Listen, you need large sheep to breed so it can have large offsprings. A child then depends on its father.
Oh, now I understand what you're saying. So basically, if Papa wheat is of high output, then baby wheat will be of high output for sure. So the land is like mama wheat, right? Thing is, if mama wheat doesn't change, it doesn't matter what quality Papa wheat is like. There won't be any improvement in our village then, right?
This silly ignorant boy is talking to me about farming, huh? This is ridiculous. Do you have any idea how long I've been farming? How long have you been at it, huh?
Uncle, what exactly do you mean by that? How's this? How about we have a contest right here, in front of everyone?
Yeah!
Hey, don't make a commotion!
Do it right here, right now! Come on, let's have a contest!
Stop it! This is nonsense, Shawan. Your uncle Junshan built up his farming skills over 30 years. He's got 30 years experience and now you challenge him?
No problem. It's fine. I'll oblige him.
But...
how about this? How about a harrowing contest? If you lose to me, you have to shut up and farm your own land. Stop telling everyone what to do in Shigashikamu.
All right. And if you lose?
Me lose? Seriously?
Then how about this, Uncle? If you lose to me, support my blasting the mountain and build the dam.
All right. Deal. Come on.
I didn't know that Shawan was so brave. He challenged Uncle Juin-san.
Wutiang! Wutiang!
Quick, get dressed. Your pants are inside out.
Wutiang! Wutiang! Come out!
Sen Wutiang isn't here.
Open the door and let me see.
Huh? You dumb old man. You want to kick down the door of an old widow?
Wutiang! If you consider me your brother, come out.
I'm just doing my job.
Why'd you have to answer him, you idiot?
But he's my brother.
Wutiang, why do this? People said you were sleeping with a widow. I didn't believe it.
I told you I'm here to do a job.
That's right.
I'm trapped inside this widow's house. How am I supposed to come out?
Just come out.
No, I won't.
If you won't, I'll wait right here for you.
There are two types of work in farming. One concerns the land, okay? If you are familiar with the land, the other concerns the animal. You have to be familiar with the animal. Harrowing stresses work on both. In general, only the old skilled farmers with experience can harrow really well in the field. All right, let me show you how it's done. Stand on top. There, see? You have to master the strength and power of your waist. Your pace must be steady, because if your pace is messed up...
All right, Accountant Tian, measure the 2 parcels of land now.
Don't bother with that, Uncle. The one on the left is 1.3 mu, the one on the right is 1.35 mu.
Wow, that's correct. You can tell that Shawan's really familiar with the team's land.
Uncle Junshan, how about this? Why don't I choose first? You might find it hard to choose. If you choose the smaller one, you'd worry about taking advantage of me, and the bigger one would put you at a disadvantage. So I'll just take the bigger one, 1.35 mu.
Fine,
Deal?
fine, enough. Let's stop talking. Get on with
Right.
it.
Wutiang, do you still remember what I said to Fang Ying before you got married to her?
Yes, I do. You said, from now on, my home is your home. You, Feng Yin, will be my sister. And I, your brother. This Shuangshui village and this county are your father and mother.
What kind of brother have I been? You stepped into the door. Now you can't come out? Do you still remember? Before you got married, do you remember what you said to Fang Yin?
Yes, I do. I said, from today onwards, I'll hold you in the palm of my hand, lift you above my head, and I will bow to you, thrice at dawn and dusk, and offer you incense.
You rotten bastard!
So you remember, holding her in the palm of your hand, lifting her above your head. And now, do you think you're respecting your wife right now?
Ready? Get set?
Go!
Go!
All right, go! Go, Shawu! Come on!
Go!
Go! Go! Go! Go! Go! Go, Shawu! You can do it, Shawu! You can do it! You can do this! Go! Go!
Move!
Go!
Well, he's in the lead. Go! Hey! Hey.
No, I'm fine.
Come on.
What's going on over there?
Yuan, are you all right? All right.
You won.
How could I have won?
I know what is going on. You lost just so I wouldn't lose face. But what you really want is to say that you were the one who won. Let me ask you something. Whose side are you on?
Neither side.
Neither side?
Neither side. Look, I am not on Uncle Futang's side. I'm not on your side either. Actually, I'm on both your sides.
On both?
That's right. Actually, if you think about it, I'm that person standing between you and Uncle Futang. I'm neither for you nor against you, the same way I'm neither for him nor against him.
You are a really clever kid, aren't you? You're a lot smarter than people older than you.
Uncle, Look here. It's this land we're plowing. No matter how we plow, it's still this piece of land no matter what. No matter how we do it, it's still this bit of grain we end up getting. It's about the land. It's not about Papa or Mama wheat. This is all that we have. If we blast those mountains, we don't just get a dam, we also get a plain.
Fine. You want to blast it? Go ahead. Talking about farming and challenging me are just a way to get me to support you. That's the reason you challenged me to a contest, right? Fine, I agree. Hey, one reminder, son. If you make just one mistake, I'll report you to the higher-ups at once.
Uncle, don't worry about it. Don't worry. Uncle Dringshan has agreed!
Woo! He agreed!
All right, go, Sean!
Old man! All that stuff that you said, what's that supposed to mean? What do you want from us? Cadra's-san came here with a legitimate purpose to talk to me about blasting the cave dwelling. You got it? So why are you blocking the doorway? So what exactly do you want, huh? Wait a minute, so who is the bastard that saw me sleeping with him anyway, huh?